It's muted. My mic is muted for some reason on this scene.
Why is that?
For some reason it was muted, and so was my music.
So,
I have no idea. When I reopened the scene, it was really weird. There was a bunch of it was all over the place. But how are we all doing? How is the music too loud? I've upped it a little bit this time because when I listened to the VOD, it was kind of a little bit quiet. So let me just change it a little bit. Let's put it like that. Because I obviously want you to be able to hear me as well as when I'm streaming. So how are we all doing? I'm a little bit small as well. Ooh, I don't want to be the same size as the moon in this screen. It's a little bit insulting. I am the moon. And also it's way off center. Hey, that's perfect. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, that's like center. Like my OCD comes in and says you must put it center. So today is just gonna be anything that we want. So if anyone has any questions, just fire them away in Discord or on the gonna forward this to Lounge. Yeah, so today's just gonna be whatever we want. So I've got a few hub PRs that I'm gonna update and get them sorted. So let's switch over to well, let's just clear the screen first and I'll switch over to the scene. Cool. So we have so if I grab this, I'm gonna open up a private window. So we have this PR that we are going to update and get sorted. So it's missing some test files, so we can get this finished. So let me grab this back. Okay. So he's created a patch 1 file. Okay. I will mute my microphone. When my microphone is not red, then I won't be speaking. Howdy guys, I do see you. I'm just in the zone. It's the same repo. Damn. Get status. Okay. Let's merge this branch. Okay. So this one's a little bit different. Because this one's only fixing the expression when the other one introduces a bunch of them. Let's delete this tab. I see now. It's the path ends with image favicon. I wouldn't use the word contains then. I would probably just use ends with. I'm pretty certain that's a look, let's go and double check. Yep, if it matches, contains things, or ends with. Yeah. So, because it has this, I'd just say if it ends with the word, then that will be okay. So if it ends with favicon, image, or public token, and it's a 404, that would be the way that I would do it. Rather than contains, because like, problem that you have with contains is that contains will basically say if any of these things contains the word. So let's say if you hosting it on a like on a route that says like nextcloud/images, then it will just nullify everything, even though obviously that's not the case. But like if you're doing like subdomain pathing, then that's the way that I would do that. So then we have because we wrap this around a bracket clause, we basically say that if any of these three come back as true, then this whole thing will be true. If these are all false, then obviously this will validate to false. Okay, cool. So we can basically check in if the status is 404, the verb is get, and the meta path starts. Yeah, see, this is where it gets a little bit weird, because like we have to use this contains, because like we can't really say if anyone uses like domain subpathing. But yeah, okay. And then the thing is when loading a NC bookmark, some entries might have a favicon, no favicon, or no image, or no public token. Yeah, it's fine. I'd rather have it like that. Okay, let's go back to the original. How's it doing? Okay, we're down to the J's. Okay, let's set up the test file for this. I only care about 2 of these. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I merge this one. Then I will do it. I think that'd be the better way to do it. Okay. Let's see if there's any more PRs I can do that are not. Also, is there any linked issues? I can have a look here. Okay, he linked it, but he didn't say that it will be. Next are blood marks. So now it will say, now there's a link. No range found in IP. There's nothing we can do about that. What did I say here? I don't remember doing that, but Okay. Oh, sugar. Sorry. Okay, so the test passed. There was no error. Okay, cool. Let me just double check that everything is in order. So we've run the index workflow. That's got a new digest, a new version. We've updated the test and we've updated the test files. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And then we update, and he's just removed the file constraint off the arguments. Okay. Should be good to go. Just wait for the test to fully complete. Nothing is up. We're just chilling today. Like, I normally have like something that I'm planning to do, but I just didn't have time to plan anything. So my plan didn't plan anything. So yeah, and this music is like bugging me out. So I'm just gonna turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, so we're just gonna do some PRs and merge them and get them passing. That's pretty much it today. I don't really have anything else to do on stream. I have loads of stuff off stream to do, but not on stream. Come on, how long does it take for these tests, man? These tests take 1,000 years. Where are we at? We're in the P's. We're close. We're close to finishing. We're on the P's. Yeah. Oh man. And also, I'm dead tired today. I had a very disturbed sleep. My cats were, yeah, not the best. I don't know what's up with them lately. They're just very needy cats. I don't think I have any job frames. No. That's good. I need to update OBS as well. Apparently I'm like 2 versions behind, even though like I use Arch Linux, so I should be on like the 31. I don't know if I've just installed the wrong one. So I'll probably figure that out for next week, because apparently there's a bunch of improvements on OBS in the latest version. Come on. Once these tests pass, I can then complete the other PR, and then that one will be merged also. Like, we've been going for this test has been running for 16 minutes, man. 16 whole minutes. Feels like a century. Right, let's check if there's any. I always love when I put out like an announcement on the Discord because everybody like starts removing the announcement rule. It's pretty funny to see. But okay, cool. Alright, is there that's just another thing we can fix. Yeah, okay. Like apps text session sync. It's just this wasn't transferred, was it? No. Okay, test passed. Okay, let's go and merge this. And then in this one. In this one we will merge. Because then there is no conflicts just yet. So if we do a git pull. Okay, yeah. I'll just do a git diff and I'll grab this. Git stash git pull. So then instead of having all three of those lines, we just then have the ones that we're looking for. Okay, let's work on the tests now. So we have the Nextcloud whitelist stuff file. Let's paste these in. Let's get rid of the empty line. So this one's a favicon icon. This one is a image. I don't need the favicon icon again. I don't need them too. These are the only ones I care about. Okay, so let's just update these to be the same internal IP. Okay. And we will do okay. And we will go to test Nextcloud whitelist. Okay, so this is the public token, and it is whitelisted equals false. Ooh, didn't pass the whitelist. But the one above did, and that is the public token. Oh, I'm looking in the Nginx logs. Oh, I'm way too far, that's why. I need to look at the whitelist. Okay, whitelisted false. Okay, that's bad. Let me just open it up so I can see it. So whitelisted false. Okay. So the public token is currently not whitelisted. So the image is working fine. Oh, it's Booksmart's folder. Okay, let's see where I went wrong with that. Isn't that what he did with his original PR? Or did he actually have Bookmarks folder in his original PR? Oh, it does say folder. Okay. I might just create just duplicate this line and just change it, because okay, we don't really give a shit about that, so let's do this and we put folder, and then because we only care about the public token for this one, when loading NC bookmarks, hello Killian, how you going? Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna copy this guy's comment because I have no idea what this is meant to be doing. So, when loading NC bookmarks, private folders have no public token. Okay, so we have 404. It contains the word folder and it ends with public token. Yeah, so like this one up here, we don't care about the public token. So we'll get rid of that. And then it'll have no favicon icon or image. That's fine now. Okay. So let's just dump the okay, now it's whitelisted. So this is whitelisted. This is whitelisted as well. And the Favio icon is also whitelisted. Okay, that's what we wanted. So then we want to move .test Nextcloud whitelist parser. So we got the log, we got the thing, we got the thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we've got our 1.0 parser now. It's now stable, boys. Jokes. We've got the new commit SHA. Let me just double check that the parsers. So this still is correct. No, that's not correct. That should not be there. It's alright. It's just a chill stream anyways. We're not like going balls to the walls today. It's like we're just gonna chill, do some PRs, you know, just general housekeeping, that kind of stuff. I think it is saying that I didn't know. I thought I was removed. Yeah, I don't need to update the branch. Am I going insane? Oh, don't know what I was going to pop up then. All right, next cloud whitelist. Which one did we remove it off then? Let me just I don't even know what I did. What did I do? Let me just merge this. Let me go and double check what it actually was. Okay, he removed it off. The one that says trash bin. Oh, he removed the file. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what he did. Okay, so if we have a look on here, we should have. Yeah, so it's already updated on the hub here. So it contains file ID, but it does not contain file. Okay, perfect. At least I'm not going insane. So we've done the patch, we've done the contents, and the contents just adds this two statements. One that checks for both, ends with image favicon, and then this one ends for public token, and it has to get as for. Yeah, cool. And then let's load the parser assert. It's gonna be massive. And if we check at the bottom of the assert, this is whitelisted. So event.whitelisted true. Cool. That is what we want. For anyone hanging around, if you see my microphone turn from red to black, that means I'm not speaking anymore. Obviously not forever, but you get me. Lars is now streaming regularly. Yes, so basically, if you haven't been in the Discord, we unfortunately lost our community manager, Jack. He decided to leave the company for future endeavors, so obviously all the best to him. And in the interim, and obviously hiring somebody new for Jack, I didn't want the Discord to be like left with no content or nothing. So basically on a day-to-day basis, I do a bunch of like supporting and like doing like stuff like this. Like I just go through the hub and update people's PRs and get them ready for merge and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I just thought I'll stream this. This might be fun for you to see, like not how boring my job is, but like how like much we have to like go through stuff and have a look. And you can kind of see the process. It's a little bit interesting maybe for you guys to see like what my workflow is like. And like, but yeah, I'm regularly streaming on a Wednesday. That is the idea. So this week, this one in particular was very chaotic because last 2 weeks I've had like Coolified that I've been working on. We kind of got it into a place where it's like nearly finished. So I didn't really think it would be enough to do like a whole stream. Yeah, exactly. And like, we can't just expect everybody to be in the Discord 24/7. It's like impossible. You know what I mean? And so that's why I thought like, if there was like a weekly slot that we have that people know that on Wednesday at 12 p.m. CET, there's gonna be a guy sitting here doing stuff. And like, if you have any issues or Q&A kind of things, then you can come in and obviously chat about it. Obviously it's not going to be a dedicated stream to fixing your issues because like that's like out of scope for community support, but we obviously still want to aid you in that. But yeah, it's just today's stream is just like I didn't really have a clue what I wanted to do, so I just thought, well, I'll just go through and like I've been neglecting the hub a little bit, so I'll go through and whip up some PRs and get them merged and get them fixed and done. So yeah, this guy's or gal, obviously I can't presume what gender they are, but they had an issue with the Nextcloud triggering a false positive. So I've just basically gone through and I've updated their PR a little bit because like the way they were doing it before, like I'll show you, like I'll make this full screen so you can see it. So if I go back to the commits, their first initial commit was they had this set out in 4 different lines, but you can kind of see here that this line and this line are like almost identical except for this end condition where it's basically saying if the path contains favicon or the path contains image, then just nullify it. So what I did instead is I merged them into one and then I basically created like a bracket expression at the end to basically say if the thing ends with favicon or the thing ends with this, then true or false, depending on what it gets. So rather than having, because like when you think of the whitelist inside like the engine, it's gonna have to pass through each expression individually. So if you can save a little bit of compute, like it's going to be very, very minor. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be very, very minimal. But if you think about, like, obviously, if we could just miss out the one expression and go straight and equate it, then it'll be a little bit more performant, obviously. So instead of having two expressions, we could just have one expression that just handles both edge cases. Like I said, the performance is minimum, but like when you're potentially processing thousands and thousands of like Nginx log lines in this case, because obviously Nginx is acting as like the upstream proxy for Nextcloud, then you want it to be able to just have one expression for both. I could have taken it a little bit further and make this bottom expression also match into this expression, but the only issue that you have then is because if you look at this, it's kind of the same, like apps, bookmarks, and then folder is the only difference here. But like to be able to get that like matching, you're gonna have to change this. So you could say contains apps, bookmarks, and the path contains also bookmark and folders. Well, there's no point saying bookmarks because obviously that's always gonna evaluate to true because bookmark is inside of bookmarks, so we can't use that. So the only other way that we could do it is have a regular expression, like have the matches keyword and then match the whole string. The only issue with that is matches inside of expressions are costly rather than just doing like a contains string expression, because like contains strings just says okay, I'll lexa through the string and if it contains it, easy. But like matches has to compile the regular expression. It compiles it beforehand. But yeah, ever since like the stuff with like CrowdSec and obviously reading their report about how like regular expressions they used and obviously causes a bit of issues, then I'm trying to stay away from using the matches keyword as much as possible. So it's like, do I use the matches keyword here? Yeah, I know. That's the one thing that I have seen. Like when the problem is when there's like 6 people trying to merge into the same file. Like as soon as you merge one, you're gonna absolutely destroy everybody else's PRs. So that's why I'm going through now and just cleaning them all up and making sure that there's no conflicts. But yeah, going back to the matches stuff, like, is it more performant to have 2 expressions like in the list, or is it more performant to have a matches, which is a regular expression? I haven't done any testing, so that's why I'm kind of leaning on the latter to just say, well, if we have 2 expressions that don't use, one of them doesn't use regular expressions, I think that'd be just an easier way to have it instead. Which I'm just waiting for the tests on this to pass. And then once the test pass, we should be good to go to merge this. Yeah, I don't need this tab anymore. This is the one that I fixed. This is the one that I just merged. Yeah, so I saw this one. So this one's using like yeah, so but like there's like a fine edge case, well, not fine edge case, there's a fine case here because like obviously we are community focused, we want to encourage people to do PRs, so it's like yeah, the expression you wrote was good, but it would just tweak a few things here and there, and like some people get really defensive about that because obviously they've spent their time, they've spent all of the resources that they've had to obviously get the PR into this place that it has been. So like I don't really like to just like sweep it away and do it. But like some people do like that. Some people just like, hey, yeah, I'd rather you just fix my issue, and then I can just get on with my day. You know what I mean? And then some people are like, hey, I've spent time on this. This is precious to me. So I do try to like find a line here. That's why like normally when it comes to like pull requests, I do start out like example here. I put out saying, do you have any like test cases that I can add? And then that kind of like says, oh, he's going to add some test cases. So I have like, I can change stuff in here. But like in the end, it fixes the issue that you had. The issue is that you were hitting a false positive, and now obviously it's fixed. So if you want to be butthurt that I changed the PR, then go ahead. But this PR is nearly finished. I just need to hope that the tests pass, and then, but these tests take way too long. Yeah, I think this is this one. Yeah. And didn't I put fix? Oh well. I also put fix here. Why isn't it creating like a development thing? Do you know what? I always hate this thing here. It like never works. I think this is the one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the one. Apply. Yeah, well, it's true. Like when I was like a junior dev, like sometimes the code review would be like, it's like depends on what your aspirations for the code base is. Like, everybody always wants performance, but like sometimes performance comes at the cost of complexity. So it's like, oh, I can do this in like this way, but it's gonna be 10 times more difficult to come back to it in 2 years' time because I can't remember what I did last week, let alone 2 years ago. So it's like, okay, I can refactor it and have 5 different functions and have it way more laid out, rather than like using like 6 reduce functions in a row in JavaScript way. If you were gonna make something like, everybody always messes up reduce functions. So it's like, if you're gonna have that much complexity, your code base is just not going to be able to scale with your business, because you're just going to hit that point where you're going to be like, okay, let's rip it all out, start fresh. And it's like, if you just did it in a more complex way but a little bit less performant, it wouldn't have made much difference. Like, because like when you're thinking about it, you're not Netflix, you're not Disney, you're not your business is not serving 100,000 people every millisecond. So that's where like people are like, oh, I have to squeeze out every little bit of performance. It's just like, you don't need to. It's there's no gain, unless obviously it's readable. Command tests. So we have the expression, and that we've updated the contents of the parser, and we've done that. But it's like, so this song always is 10 times louder than the rest of the songs, and I have no idea why. Let me just turn down just a little bit so I can think. So it's like secure by default as well. Like everyone has this conception of like being like, let's say you're using something, like you're using an application. If the application does something to secure your server, so for example, I've been doing the thing on Coolify for the last 2 weeks, and I got into a discussion with a user that was like, hey, Coolify should just install fail to ban, set up IP tables, do all this kind of stuff for me, because then I don't have to think about it and it's secure by default. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's great, but then what about somebody who wants to break out of the mold? Like, I'm a user that's just used Coolify. Coolify has gone and set up all of this stuff. So it's gone to set up fail to ban. It's gone to set up all of this stuff. I didn't know that it sets all that stuff up. So how do I change the setup to do what I wanted to do? And then that's when you hit like issues like with users, because they never set it up in the first place. They don't know how to undo the things that Coolify did. So I know there's a fine line here, like there's a very fine line of being like hand-holding the user through the experience of making it secure, but then like you have the issue of like, if this user wants to do something that's not normal, but non-conform to the default secure by default kind of thing, then you have this issue. And the guy who was speaking with was very non-coherent to that opinion. He was like, no, it should just be secure by default. It should just do everything for me. And it's just like, okay, but you're not really seeing it from like Andras, who's the lead developer of Coolify. You don't see it from his perspective of like, if he implements all these like things into Coolify, and people then come back with saying like, oh, I'm trying to get the port 8080, but I don't know why it's saying like packet refused. And it's like, oh yeah, because Coolify blocks the IP tables rules and it does all this stuff by default. It's like the user's like, oh, I didn't know it did that, so how do I fix it? And then it becomes Coolify's problem to fix it for the user because they never implemented it in the first place. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a really fine line between like, yeah, it's good to have defaults, but then it's also good to be able to explain what you're doing to the user so they know how to change it if they want. Anyway, enough me yapping. We've managed to pass all the tests. So this one's good. We've got the expressions here that we need. We've done the parser as cert. I'm just going to double check because sometimes I'm an idiot and I don't read. But event.whitelisted equals... Oh, I haven't scrolled far enough. Yeah, well, that's what I said to the user. I was like, it should be a opt-in rather than a secure by default. Yeah, exactly. Like, we would rather... Okay, you install us. We find the services that you run. We install the parsers and scenarios. Great. We get you basically a good baseline. But like, then you might be like, oh, well, my Nginx application is like a single page app. Everything's client-side routing, but we have this one SQL endpoint that we want to protect. Well, then you need to configure your own scenario because, like, we don't know about your custom-made home or like, homegrown application. We can't cover everything, so we would rather give you a good baseline for protection, rather than like pigeonholing you to a certain standard, basically. But here we can see whitelisted is true. Where is the next one? True. I think I need to scroll up more. Yeah, I do. Okay, whitelist is true on number 5. Whitelist is true number 4, and then I'll check number 3 didn't change, so this PR should be good to go. Let me just double check before I hit that fire button. Okay, we've updated the index. We've added the test. We've added the test and the assert file. Great. Let's merge. Cool. What was I looking at yesterday on the Discord? Let me go have a quick look. Yes, unfortunately. Yes, they are. So we had a pending not fix. It's more like a better way to do. I forgot what it's called. It's like GNU Parallel. I think it's GNU Parallel. Yeah. Yes, this is it. So GNU Parallel is a command line tool to execute command line tools, which it allows you to run single-threaded applications in multi-threaded terms. Even though obviously it's built on Golang and we could just run separate processes and batch job it. The only one thing that is a little bit difficult from that point of view is when you execute a process, the error will be returned to the parent of the process. And the way that we've written the hub test package currently is it's going to make it a pain in the backside to get it working correctly. So what we're thinking of doing is to use GNU Parallel just to execute the tests in concurrently, and each hub test will have a list that is split. So you say GNU Parallel 3, and then you split the test, the list of the tests into 3 evenly sized lists. But yeah, we haven't done that yet. So as you said, if we go to actions, hopefully I don't leak anything. But if we have a look here, yeah, look. So that one took 20 minutes and 4 seconds to run. And obviously we're paying for this, so it's an optimization that we need to make, but at the moment it's we're focusing on 163. So what should I work on now? So this is a very, very long thread. Let me just see if the let me see if the next class stuff got updated. Yeah, there you go. You can see it's already there. Yeah, so when you're an organization on GitHub, you have access to free actions, but you only get a time allocation. So you get 1,000 free minutes. But when your whole organization is on GitHub, and let's say you have a console, this has tests run whenever there's a PR to introduce new features into the console. So your minutes get ate up really fast, and it's not per repo, it's per organization. So when you have, I probably shouldn't show that. So like if I go to this, so like when you have like tests here as well, so like these take 16 minutes to do like the CrowdSec tests, because guess what? Whenever you introduce anything into CrowdSec, you have to also run the same hub tests, because you have to make sure that like if you change something to the way that the parser field works, you need to ensure that it doesn't go and break all the hub tests. So yeah, like some of these, like the release ones, take like 2 hours. Like let's go and have a look at one of the release ones. Like 10 minutes, 13 minutes, 15, 7, 8, 6. Yeah, some of them are like 10 seconds, but like the release ones are really bad, because they take hours. Because when we build the containers for CrowdSec, we have to build it for ARM, we have to build it for AMD 64, we have to build it for ARM HF, you know, like insert a platform here we have to build it for, because if not, people complain that we don't have support for H1. So, but a cool news is, if you look at CrowdSec on Docker Hub, we hit the 1 million, baby. I think it's like 1.4 mil now. So we have over 1 million container pools. Like, I'm pretty certain that we could get sponsored by Docker, because they have like an open source, like this sponsored OAS. Yeah, like you could do this, like, cause like you got like Linux server on here, like we obviously like Jenkins. But it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know why. If I just search for that, do I see how many? But I think it goes straight to the. Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, it just says 1 million plus. It doesn't actually tell us like how much. I would love to get like these metrics on it. Maybe we need to enable something on our account. I don't know, but like I'm not in. I logged into Slack at the moment, so what else should we do? Since I'm already on this Nextcloud thing, yeah, I really hate these types of like, cause like there's nothing really I can do here. Oh, so I think I see what the fix was. The fix was because he needed 200 requests, or they needed 200 requests. Documente. Alright. Yeah, so the issue is that this is actually a 200 response. Oh god. Don't mind me, just dropping stuff. So the issue is that this is a 200 response code, and I think it's because it's like a sync endpoint. So if I go here, when set up Nextcloud deck, what the frick is that? Well, whatever this website is, come on, Nextcloud, load. Android app connection refreshing the multiple deck entries triggered the HTTP call non-statics and blocks the client. Yeah. That's because like you've got like, what the hell is this deck stuff? Index.php apps deck API 200. Currently in Nextcloud whitelist, the URL is index apps deck API. Yep. Is missing. What? Okay. Yeah, the thing that I've used Nextcloud twice. Not out of choice. One of it was for a client that wanted to obviously move away from Google. That was their one requirement. They didn't want to use Google. And it is a great piece of software. But my God, do the people who write the plugins for it know how to write PHP? No offense to them. But some of the stuff I was seeing, I was like, my Goddy gosh. Like it's great having a community that can whip out plugins like, hey, I would like something to do this. And it's like out there within a week. Great. But the PHP code behind it, if you look at it, you will be terrified. Like, wasn't there like a... Oh my God, it's finally loaded. Do you see how long that took? It's actually... Well, it hasn't even finally loaded because we've got a bloody... we've got a... But... And I'm gonna flashbang out. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We add tasks to your cards and put them in order. So basically it's Trello. That's what you're telling me. This is Trello. Add tasks to your cards and put them in order. Write down notes in Markdown. Gotta love that Markdown. Assign labels for better organizing. Share team features. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to download it. What's inside of it? Yeah, cool. So it's written with Webpack and Cypress. Nice. Validate JSON is Composer. Yeah, PHP. Oh, gotta love it. Okay, so his problem is that yeah, I think I remember this guy. He came into Discord. Yeah, so we could, like, if we have a look at the what happened to my console? Okay, so if I have a look at my parsers, yeah. So if we go to prop find, where is it? What? Oh, it's uppercase, that's why. So here, basically what they're saying is exactly what I wanted to do. So what they're saying here is that they changed this to be a 200 instead of a 404, which we can do that because like we've got this below as well. And it's pretty much the exact same, isn't it? Remote PHP, web dev. It's literally the same, but this has a 200 status code instead. Okay. I can create a fix for that. Let's go to my GitHub. Let's go to my profile. Nextcloud 200 PHP web dev. Documents. Oh. You can see how long I have neglected the hub loads. 200 web dev. Oh. The fork is up to date, yep. So for this one, we can just simply change this to an in statement, and then we can just say if it's in this or 200, and that should be literally the fix. Because looking at the original, I'm only going to fix the original issue. I'm not going to bother with everybody else because everyone just like finds a similar thing and they all pile in. So yeah, so he just says like adding status 200 and that everything else is the same. So I'm just gonna, even though the original guy, I'm pretty sure that's not the original guy. Oh. Yeah, the original guy is lib system coop, and he never spoke again. And we did. Here is the line that fixed it. Okay. If he says that's the line that fixed it, we can be sure. I don't have a test for it, so it's just gonna have to be that way. So we're just gonna add this. And then we're just going to run the main binary and just grab this. And then we're just going to add this. Update web dev expression to include 200s. Push Firefox. What number is it? 901. Okay, cool. Great. One. Then I'm going to have to ask. Hopefully Slack doesn't open up on my other screen. No, cool. I'm just gonna ask my co-workers to go and give this a review. Let me just go. Right. And that should also close the thing. Yes, cool. Right, what other issues can we do? What is here? Yeah, so this was a thought of mine. So currently when you go through the HTTP logs enricher, huh? What do you mean? Update web data expression to include 200s. Ah, I see what you mean. You're talking about the. I was like, which comment are you on about? Yeah, I see what you mean. The only problem is, nah, I'm not gonna do that because, so like, we have a caveat at the moment that we normally have an index workflow. Yeah, I know what you meant. Sorry. Basically, the way that the index flow works doesn't work on forked repos. So you see like this stuff that happens there, like version 1.1, all this stuff. This is at the time of generating. So obviously this includes this comment here. I know I should go back and fix it. The thing is, who's going to read it anyways? Probably not a lot of people. The one thing that we could do actually, because I'm pretty certain that I've just kind of neglected this, but there's technically a MD file here that we haven't gone to fix, and I'm pretty certain that this doesn't use. Yeah. Probing. I can. Who's going to? Yeah, I know exactly. You've caught me out. You're like, who's gonna read it? And then you're gonna be like, I read it. It's wrong. Yes, I know. How is it 12:30 already, man? Oh my god. Okay. So what was the fix for? Because I can do this separately. So like, what was the problem? Yeah, that's what he says. let's do this. No, thank you, Copilot, for interjecting, but that's not what I need. I'm gonna put deck. Is it a plugin or what even is it? What even is it? Oh, he created his own whitelist, deck whitelist. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, if you sync a lot of files. Yeah, let's look at his log. Okay. Yeah, I know. So everything's apps. So I don't think I fixed the deck app. He created his own deck whitelist. So I don't think I fixed the deck. So I think I need to split this off. What I'm presuming what he's saying is you send a prop find, it gets to 200, 207. But like, the thing is, they're JPEGs. These are JPEGs. Obviously, the files can be whatever you want. Huh. Using SUSE. Okay. So like this one, if you sync a lot of files with the desktop client, you'll see like this. So there's might get a lot of messages that it goes 200 in a very short amount of time. The rule you mentioned only excludes 404, so should an identical rule be for 200 and 207? Yes, technically. So that's what I'm saying. When syncing a large amount of files via web dev, it could trigger HTTP probing. So the expression also whitelist 200 response codes. What else? I'm going to use today already. Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why teammates are great, because they just come in and approve it. I need to include the bookmarks and stuff, but since this is an MD file, it does not matter. So I need to go and find my closed issue that I had. So we didn't have a trash bin one. Yeah, so let's go and create that now. Trash bin. I don't know if it's an app or not. Whilst browsing deleted files in the trash bin. Oh god. Okay. Yep. That was the fix there. And then we have bookmarks. Whilst browsing bookmarks. Is it 404? Yeah. A 404 response could be sent if the bookmark page had no favicon icon or image. Image attached. I don't know why is there like a public token. Whilst browsing private folders on the bookmark app, a 404 response could be sent if the bookmark page had no public token generated. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that I don't need to run the whitelist thing again, because like we only have the content of the long description. Oh, it does, because you have content and a long description. Right. Okay. Damn it. It doesn't really matter about the version numbers. Yeah, the long description changes. Did it change the version number? Oh, it didn't change the version number. Great. Thank you. Update markdown. Oop. Right. Apparently somebody already thought about it. So now we should still be at 1-1. Thank the Lord. Right. So long description is now changed. Content's now changed. Yep. Easy peasy. Right. I'll wait for the test to run and then we'll merge that. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but you're using... Yeah, because CrowdSec is not an idea. Well, you know what I mean? It's not a WAF. Yeah.
just gotta see the kind of yeah. Remember this one. Even though it's an end-of-life system anyways. It's a pain in the ass. What was I meant to remind myself? Yeah, I'll class that as complete because I did add some tests. So if we completely bulk whitelisting again, we know if it's broken. Yeah, that was in my JetBrains list. I'm guessing that the guy never responded. Long time overdue. Sign myself so I can get notified. This guy, I'm just gonna close it because he hasn't responded. This, I'm probably no, because it's over multiple lines and we can't really do multiple lines that well. That can be closed. Right. Yeah, we're down to 3 pages. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Okay, looks like I did that one, so I'm gonna close that one. Okay. Yeah, I've seen this was ages ago. This was. Maybe we should incorporate him. I miss myself. Well, I was gonna say, did I break something? Right, I know this stream's not been the most invigorating stream, you know. Thank you for tuning in. I can see that there's, well, it says that I've had 3 people with me the whole time, so thank you for being here. But yeah, I know we wrap up about 2 p.m. CET because I need to get some lunch, and then I've got some meetings that I need to do for like, well, what day is it today? It's Wednesday. How is it Wednesday? But I managed to close some hub issues. I'm just scrolling through we have a channel inside Slack which posts all the stuff, so I can just see me going through and like closing up the issues. And once I get this one done, then there'll be another one gone. Right. I think I'm going to start wrapping up here. Oh, sorry. Wait, do you send it to me directly? You did. You sent it today. Okay. Sorry, Killian. Out of luck. Oh. Have a look.
Okay, yeah, I can sort that. I'll kill him. I haven't read the whole email. Obviously, I've just read the preliminary. But yeah, I'll send you away so you know that I read it. Yeah, I'll have a check off stream, and then I've got to have a meeting with Julian later, anyways. So, yeah, cool. Rightio, thank you for hanging out on this. We've managed to get some hub stuff done, and we've managed to get stuff merged. That's all that all matters. Yeah, I understand, but yeah, I'll have a look, and then because I'm gonna go for lunch, and then what I'll do is I'll send a message before I go to lunch, and then hopefully when I come back and have a meeting, we can get everything straightened out. Okay, thank you, Killian, for your time. Thank you for the other 3 people that have been just in and out. You should see my crazy graph on my screen. It's like everyone's joining and leaving. That's how it goes with these chill out streams. But thank you for your time and your attention over this like 1.5 hour stream. The stream will automatically be delisted after the stream is finished. So if you do want to find any of the previous community streams, if you go to the CrowdSec YouTube channel, hit playlist. There's a playlist called Community Stream, and you can only find them through there. The reason that we unlist them is because, yeah, they're just too long to keep up on the channel, as in like public-facing content. So people will watch it and they'll be like, "What the hell am I watching?" So if you wanna, like the last 2 streams have been really great because like we've been working through Coolify. Last stream was excellent because there was like at least 10 people for the whole stream, so we had a lot of back and forth. But yeah, thank you for your time. I hope you have a great week, and remember, CrowdSec is helping you all the way. It sounds like a prophecy thing. CrowdSec is always there. It's always there every single time. But yeah, thank you for your time, and I will be ending the stream now. See you guys in a bit.